Good afternoon. My name is Wahid Lutfi. I'm going to show you some of the configuration files on Linux. And today is basically Sunday. As you can see here, Sunday, October 23rd, and the time is 6:22 Eastern Daytime on the web server where I'm running this Linux Ubuntu. It's Eastern Daytime, but I'm living in California, which is Pacific Standard Time, so it's about 3:32 right now. Let me just show you the previous video that I posted last time. It was about secure shell daemon, and this video was discussing that one. Basically, if you go to MyWebUniversity free education videos, you will see a lot of videos that I have posted. One of them was the video that I just showed you, and that's about secure shell daemon. So let me go back on the top list here. And if I just introduce you to the MyWebUniversity free education videos, you're welcome to subscribe and just go to the channel and watch all these videos that are there. The video that I showed you was this one that I opened it previously. And if you go sorted by just oldest or most popular, let's say, then you will see the videos that are up to date with some of the secure version of Linux. And this one actually is talking about chapter 4, part 8 of 8, which is a lot of people like it, and these other ones are as well. But please try to just watch these videos and make some comments so I can improve it based on your needs, and make sure that whatever your needs are in programming or development or administration or your job or school, then I can fulfill it for you. Thank you so much. So let's get started with today's topic. Today, I presented this PowerPoint what is this one? LibreOffice, the software that I'm using. And the LibreOffice, so I'm going to go on a slideshow. And as you can see, I'm going to discuss the etc password file on Linux, the etc shadow file, the etc group file, because of discussion with the security of your system. Last time we had the secure shell daemon, the SSH client, the daemons, and the server side, the secure FTP, and then the scopy. And I might just have another video to actually show you the example on that one. But before I do that one, I need to create some accounts so I can show you how to keep track of your accounts on the system that are application related or system related, aside from the regular accounts. So with this in mind, just know that this video or session is basically for demo purposes. If you want to create accounts, usually you're creating it on adding a user and adding groups with proper permissions. But then at the same time, while you're doing on a local server or maybe a few servers, you might set up your environment into an LDAP environment. So the hierarchical database is going to keep track of them, and you don't have to do it locally on every machine that you have. Assuming that you have 1,000 machine, you don't want to do it per script. You want to just do it automation of LDAP configuration or Active Directory on Windows side and so on. So let's just get started with this session. On this one, I'm going to just basically make sure that I can create an account that are system accounts, and then I have no home directory for them. For example, the application Oracle or application Subversion or Apache needs an account, demo account. Any application that you're using, you can create an account and that are system account, but it's not having a home directory and no shell. So the user cannot log in remotely to your server. And then that's the security part of it. And this one, I'm just only discussing etc password, etc shadow, and etc group. And subsequent session, I might be just covering the etc security configuration files like etc security-access.com file or etc nstorage.com file, and much more. And that as we go through the IP configurations and LDAP and everything else. So under etc, there's a lot of configuration files, whether you're just using the network time protocol or some etc services, port, whatever you want to do. So let's get started with this session. With that in mind, I have already opened a terminal session, and I'm going to clear my screen here. As you can see, I'm on today's on October 23rd, Sunday. So I'm going to do an ID here, and that shows that I'm logged on as wlutfi, and then group ID of wlutfi as well with ID number. So if I just say ID-UN, that is showing the name. ID-N itself is going to ID-U for the user is going to give me 1000. -N requires kind of user in front of it. So if you wanted the name of it, that's N is there. Similarly, for ID-G, the group name is 1000. If you want to see the group name and then in names, that's also wlutfi. So you can get it. But if you do ID itself, it tells you everything. And get end password wlutfi also reveals the same information. So the reason that information is showing is because I have this file etc password, etc shadow, and etc group. So normally the etc shadow sometimes is locked, but it is opened by read by the shadow group people that are on that group. So automatically it shows that these three files are on the system. So if I do a grep on the user, then it's going to reveal some of the information about that user on the password and group. For example, if I say grep -I wlutfi etc password and etc group, I'm not going to do it on the shadow. I don't need to because of security purpose. And that is just, even though it's encrypted, I'm not going to do it there. So this is what it shows, that the user ID and group ID is there. But if I just clear my, not clear a screen at this time, I have enough on the screen that I can show. I can do a PWD since I'm on that directory. If I look at the directory called secure, I made a directory called secure, but then this one says secure permission denied. And that is meaning that the permission is not open for that directory. So I'm going to do sudo su. I'm not going to put a dash because I don't want to change my profile. So let me log in with root. Now my root, notice that my home directory is where I was. If I was doing a dash, I was dropping to the /root directory. Let me just show you the difference. So now I'm here, I'm wlutfi, I do sudo su dash. And instead of, last time I said sudo su, because I wanted to just not change my directory to this directory. I wanted to stay on this directory. But now if I just do this and then I type in, because I type in the root password that's already in the cache, I read it. So this time it changed my profile, and it says that, okay, because I put this dash, it went to read the environment of root, and then it says, okay, so I want to just show that PS1 as this and then the home directory as that. So echo $PS1 basically is showing that is going to be this. So as soon as I cd to the directory, for example, home wlutfi, notice that it's this home wlutfi replace that one, because this environment where it says /home, this is just getting the, this is /user, which is the root in this case, at host name. This /h is the host name, and it's equivalent to that. And then /w is the working directory. And then after that is $$ is the pound. But since I'm root, it is automatically that. So now I'm going to cd to programs, and then shells, and then a loop, and then go to one more directory here called demos. And then right here, as you can see, my PWD changed because of this /w here. It automatically appended all the path that is there. So I don't like to see this one in here, so I can just type in and there. I know I'm root here, so I'm going to do export, and then I say PS1. This PS1 that I just print out here, it was this. I'm going to just assign it to something different. I'm going to say pound and then a space and that. So now notice that PS1 echo $PS1 is only that. It does not show the PWD or home directory or user, none of that information. I don't need that. So it's good. And then I'm gonna PWD here. I know where I am at, okay? Let me clear a screen here. I do a PWD, I type in ID. So I know I'm root. So that's this pound is telling me that I'm root. I know that. So I don't have to say on the PS1 that what I am as here. So at this time, what I need to do is look at the secure directory. Remember when I was double Lutfi, I couldn't see even list this one because this one is locked. When this permission is saying this is a directory, this D is a directory, secure is a directory. The next three characters read, write, execute for the owner, whoever is on that directory. And then the next three characters are read, write, execute if it was set. If it is not set as zeros, that means that the group cannot read, write, or execute. In this case, the group is root because root is already having the permission, then it is set. And then the secure. I can change that one. So I can, as double Lutfi, I can change it. But because I'm just doing account creation and other ones, I just don't want too many people to have access to this. I want to be the only person. And in Farsi, we have وديك جو I mean قصاب زیاد میشه جو مردار میشه, which is a term that we translate in English. It's saying that too many butchers in one cow. If you have too many butchers, the cow is going to get, sloppy, broken into pieces without any benefit from it. And so you don't want to have too many butchers in only one cow, or a server and too many people, or slicing things with the wrong thing to do. And that's not a good security for your system. You want to make sure that a novice user or novice system admin, somebody that you give sudo access, they first of all follow you, and then that they're not going to accidentally make mistakes. And then on top of it, you don't want to give other people that they are just not trusted security privileges. So your system should not be like a bottleneck that it is wide open. And as soon as you just sleep, and then somebody could break into your system. That's not good. So here we're just looking at this directories. So I'm going to do a list, and as you can see, if I go on the secure directory here, clear screen, pwd ls-l, I have these files which are also locked. Only root can read and write to it. But because I want to just the reason I'm making these videos to help the community, help the users, help the students, help the developers, anybody that is willing to learn and then get a good job and help his family. That's my job. I'm not here to just make a life kind of like, oh, I learned it and I'm just going to keep that information for myself until I die. And that's not going to work. I just want to make this system available for you guys so you can just learn it for your work, for your school, and do something good at your school or work and benefit for yourself, for your family, and the community. If somebody is a hacker, obviously, they are looking for money. They are not going to look for how to hack a student or how to hack a teacher, so they cannot help other people. So this website, honestly, even if I just open it wide open, and nobody's going to touch it. I can guarantee you that one, because hackers are not going to just expose themselves to the sites that are like being monitored by some system administrator that know their stuff, and then all of a sudden they just get into that system and then don't have anything to steal from, or just delete or something. They have to benefit from that hacking. They either get a reward of, oh, I hacked this website, or just they don't get any reward. They just have to have a money reward or something. So the MyWebUniversity.com, there's none of that. It is all it is just helping other community and other users to just improve their skills. So that's all it is there. Let's just show you what the add user does. First of all, I'm going to show you that list_account.bash. This is a very small script that is basically I wrote it to just find out if the account subversion is created, and then the demo 1 through 3 or test 1 to 3 is already there on the system. So with if you run this one, basically say what is the name is list_account.bash, it's going to just say that this account already exists. So I must have created previously, and I have just for demo purposes. So I'm going to just use another account, another script here, which is called user del, and then I'm going to delete those accounts. So cut minus n user del _account.bash, and basically you can see this script is just going to the system and finding out if I have the subversion account and subversion group, and then delete them, and then at the same time and demo 1 through 3 and test 1 to 3, as well as their groups will be deleted there. So let's just run it here. Say user del _account.bash. So it is looking for it, and then once it deletes it, it says group does not exist because it is going to go through the list. So now clear the screen here. This time I'm going to run the list_account.bash. It should just give me the prompt back because that one is not finding anything. There's no list there. So if I say cat minus n list_account.bash, notice that in each line that I have, if I run it like bash minus x, meaning minus x, meaning run it in debug mode, list_account.bash. So as it runs every line, it puts a plus in front of the line, then it gives the output of that line. So this is the first line. It sets the variables, files, and then it does a grep on those ones. It did not find anything for the subversion on the etc password file. So if I run the same command from command line, this is also not going to return anything. And echo $? Here is 0, 1, or meaning that it did not find it. Similarly for the other ones, that if I do that one, it's not going to find anything. So whether you run it like this, say list_account.bash, or you run it like this, list_account.bash, or just to say bash minus x list_account.bash. Any way you run it, it will just not return anything because this list is empty. That direct file is not there. So clearing the screen, remember I showed you you have etc password, etc shadow, and etc group. So without the assist of this list command, I can also do a grep -i for, let's say, test, and from etc password, etc shadow, and etc group, and none of them is going to return anything. Similarly for the demo, and similarly for the subversion. So if I want to just do all of those one in one command rather than 3 times grep, I could just say egrep, just expression grep -i, and then put these ones svn followed by another string is either matching svn or that bar is a or statement, a test or demo. Any of these ones, it will say that it is going to be found. So since it doesn't have any of them on those files, we're good. Now we're gonna just run this other command, say add underscore lock. Actually, before I add underscore lock cap -n, add underscore lock underscore account dot bash. Let me pipe it with more because that line, that's more file. So on this one also, I wrote it for the purpose of creating system account. So -- system will create a system account, and then don't allow the home directory. I made these variables, otherwise these lines would be too big. And sometimes if I just make a screen capture of this one and just have it as a short, so you guys could find the video interesting and then watch the actual video, because people, they don't look at long videos anymore. They want everything short. And then if I just make a short, I'm just having these variables, so it is already set for that purpose. So let's just look at this one. Basically, creating the account with these variables in front of it. And then, for example, on the add user for Subversion, it creates it with a Subversion application account system, and then with no home directory and no shell. And then the group is also Subversion. So that way, that when you say change ownership of a directory of Subversion to SVN, then it knows that these files belong to SVN. And then this programmatically, you can do all of that one without a user being able to log into the system. There's no user to log in as SVN on the system. This is for that purpose. But in order for me to just make some other videos, I also created these accounts, like for example, add user with demo 1, 2, 3, similarly with test 1, 2, 3. I make these ones in order to just show you some more kind of example of how to learn Linux and scripting and programming and creating accounts and then logging in and awk and other ones. For each of the video, I need some kind of data as input to just parse it, so I can show you, for example, how does awk works on the etc password file. So in this case, like we were just looking at the grep command. And then if we don't have a test account, I just named it purposely test underscore or demo underscore, so we can just do regular expression on them. So here, we're going to also talk about the concept of running this one. So if I do ls, here you can see that the add underscore lock underscore account dot bash is there. So let me clear my screen here, clear a screen, and then do a pwd, and then I'm going to do ls, and then now I'm going to run add underscore lock underscore account dot bash. So in addition to add a user, it locks the password file. That's why I named it lock, because the password file has to be locked, so nobody can just change the password. In this case, right now, you can see the program did the account Subversion first, and it created the account SVN, and then it puts it into the group SVN here, and then also just with the group SVN here, it's done, and then tells it /home SVN is not getting created because I put this option of -- no create home, that one, as you can see on the line 14 of the script. So similarly, it did for the demo 1, and then test 1, and demo 2, test 2, and demo 3, and test 3. And as you can see, the output are showing really nicely that are there. So with this script that we did, now if I say list account.bash, notice that this time I get the output here with list account.bash and saying that these accounts are there. And then remember, I was telling you that I created these commands in order to purposely get some information. And earlier we were getting something, for example, if I look at a grep and then just say underscore, and then put 1, 2, 3. This is like a regular expression, meaning that it starts with underscore 1, 2, 2, or 3. Any of those ones on the etc password file, or etc shadow file, or etc group file, show me those ones. And notice that you have that demo 1, demo 2, demo 3. But if I'm just looking for subversion, and then I have to put SVN here and just say search for SVN. And notice that again, the grep command does not have that option to just do both of them at the one shot. So I'm going to just use egrep here, and then I'm going to put or statement, and I'm going to say underscore. Let's see the underscore picks up all of them. So the underscore picked up also apt, which I don't want that one to be the list. So I can do a grep here, grep minus v, and then underscore apt. That would also take the apt out, but I don't want to do that one. I want to just do here, say underscore, and then in that test or demo or something that was there, the only thing that was making between test and apt and other ones unique, you could see that apt underscore, and then there's characters. I could have just also do something like this, a test or demo. That would just make it unique to those three string, and then it will pick it up. So that is the egrep. And then if I want to just use awk to print out certain field of that one, for example, I could say awk and then print $0, which means print everything. This would print everything. And then if I say print $1, it will also print $1 because I'm parsing it based on the field separator of space. But if I say the field separator, in this case is colon, then awk it, and now I'm getting the etc password, which is the first field. And if I wanted $2, would be just user's information there. But notice that I did egrep and everything. I could have just accomplished the same command with one command in front of awk. For example, I could say awk and then just say -f as a field separator, and then I put colon instead of the space. But then I'm going to search for SVN or test or demo, and then on what file. So I'm going to search for on the file, and the file is sorry, the file is $print. I'm going to do a print $, let's say $2. I'm going to check what is on the $2. Actually, let's print everything, $0, meaning print everything. If I just don't even say $, here, print by default is assumed $0. So print, and then the file name is etc password. So now notice that it says awk command line 1 SVN. So this search that I did not close that search, and that now it's going to do it. The first time when I started the slash, I did not close it after the demo, the word O. So the next time I put it, because that's the syntax, you say awk and then the field separator followed by the colon, then you just put the search, which is the pattern that you're matching. Within that slash, you're putting the pattern. In this case, we're searching for multiple string, SVN, test, and demo. Then print the entire line on the etc password file, for example. You could have done that one. And then last time when we did $2, notice $1 in this case is because here we are doing an egrep, so it's going to find the file name. But when you do it with the awk, there's no file name in front of it. It knows that I'm reading from this password file. So in this case, this is $1. So if I want to just print that one, $1 only, I can say $1 here, and that would just give me the SVN, which is this one, and then there. Similarly, if I want to say a number of records, so like for how many lines are there. For example, if I say awk, and then I'm going to do a print $, $0, and then if I just do this one in etc password file, this will just read me the entire etc password file. But if I want to say, show me the number of records at the same time, notice that it's a lot more. So SVN was on line 40. That's why when we did the previous command here, the previous command, which was this, number of records here, this one is going to show this line in 40. All the tests and other ones are showing as well. So notice that equivalent to the last lines here are these ones, but we're printing only the first field. If I want to just, instead of first field, I say $0, then it would be equivalent to the above here to here. So there, it's a lot of nice tools in awk and grep, ESET, egrep, and everything. We're going to show you some of those examples as we go and through this. But for this session, I believe I have shown you enough on this script to do and that thing. I'm going to just give you one more example of the accounts. For example, now if I say list underscore account dot bash, you see that those accounts are there. And if I just do a grep -i demo from etc password etc shadow, excuse me, shadow and etc group, you can see that they are there. Similarly, if I did this one with my script and I say just, for example, grep -i demo, you can see that demo is equivalent to the same matching. And then similarly, if I want to do a test here, would be the test version. And if I do the SVN. So you can always redirect the output of one command to the second command, whether it's your own script or a system script or a command. You can do that one. I'm just going through different number of examples so you can learn it and then benefit it at your school and college and also jobs. Wish you all best of luck at all time. So let's just do this, clear the screen, ls -l. Now this fact that we created those accounts, I'm going to just delete them. I don't need them at this time. I can always come back to this directory. I automated for that purpose. I can just go in here and then clean it up and do so. So now I'm going to say user del underscore account dot bash, and notice that same account that I just did it. It is good now. So if I just run the list account here, say go ahead list underscore account dot bash, it's gonna just not find anything. And then if I just go delete again, it says that does not exist. But if I just go say add underscore log underscore account dot bash and then just run it, and then at the same time this is successfully creating it, and now I go back to the list and say list them, it is going to list them on nicely. And then if I just go say, so this is the purpose of automation. You don't have to repeat one work. Once you write it on automated for a script, you can just do it. And then when you're done with this video, now you deleted all the information. The account is no longer there. You're safe back to square one. And then you can do a backup on that. And I'll show you how to back up next time on another video, how to source copy it, copy it, secure copy it, actually not source copy, secure copy it to your remote machine so you can have the backup. Have a nice one. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.